Hey folks, welcome back. I am going to go ahead and expand on today's pick a card reading. I'm feeling guide to expand on it because as I was shuffling, two more cards came out. But if you didn't see this morning's pick a card reading, um, so here we start with the Six of Feathers, Transition Insight. This is the Six of Swords. So you see this dragonfly kind of emerging from this watery, this watery like a pond, and moving towards the star above his head, and there's like an egg behind him. So we're moving on from something that has found its natural end. And as we do that, we need to be um, protecting ourselves. So you have this egg, like their energy, they're cultivating their energy. What came out next was 11, the friend. Affirmation: I am my own best friend and magnetize other loving friendships. So that gives me the sense that we're in a kind of liminal space where a relationship or some friendships or perhaps a job has ended, and now you are finding that center within yourself and kind of asking yourself, like, who am I really? So next we have the cosmic heart: devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So we're going into this heart space and kind of asking ourselves, asking, connecting with our inner child to find out, who are we really? What do we really like? We might be cultivating some new hobbies or new habits. Like maybe you've always wanted to try crocheting, or maybe you really want to start riding your bike again. The last card that came out was strength. So it takes strength, a certain amount of strength, to stay in and maintain this liminal space, to be between, the groups of people, the relationship, the community that you used to resonate with, and kind of wait for that new friendship or community to kind of materialize. So, in that liminal space, you're kind of cultivating yourself. To affirm this, these two cards kind of flew out of the deck. This one was upside down, and this one was right side up. So we have the void, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb, being drawn back to this egg here. So you're kind of in this like cocoon phase where, you had your fun as a caterpillar, and now it's time to transform into a more elevated version of yourself. We have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So during this time of transition for you, uh, you may be again taking care to maintain your cocoon, maintain your egg, so that inside everything can kind of turn into goo, um, in preparation for becoming this new elevated version of yourself. So, this could be not only cultivating new hobbies that kind of help you pass the time in the liminal space, but also um, doing your shadow work, going to therapy, really working on yourself, allowing the old constructs of who you thought you were to dissolve away so that you could develop into something new. I'm also seeing like a lot of, um, there's this kind of message about protection. You have the walls of the egg or the walls of the cocoon. Um, you have the black dragon with this blue stripe up the back of its neck. So this is the time to protect yourself. Whatever it is that you're moving away from might still be pulling and grasping at your energy. So it might be good to do like a cord cutting practice. Um, yeah, those groups, that relationship, that community, they might be, texting you like, hey, where are you? Are you coming out tonight? And it's kind of like, no, I'm spending time with myself. I'm kind of in this shell, in this cocoon of protection, while I am trying to grow. So let's see. I'm being shown the friend as I shuffle. Yeah, here we are. Um, I am my own best friend and magnetize other loving friendships. So the point here is to be patient as we're waiting for these new relationships, this new community to connect with us. I'm also getting the bottom of the deck and know your fears. So again, while you're in this cocoon space, you're getting really accustomed to, you're getting really familiar with your shadow, and this is really good because the more we know our fears, the more we know our triggers, the more equipped we are to kind of rise above them. And then the third card, time to ground. So once again, and I see, the shell of the turtle with these green spirals, these green swirls, in the kind of heart space of this tree. And the woman has her eyes closed so that her third eye is open. And then at the top, we have the two quails with two acorns. So this is a time for grounding. This is a time for healing. This is a time for to go within and cultivate that heart space, to listen to that heart space and see what direction you are now moving into. Let's let's see, what are these? Okay. So just to show you what popped out of the deck, know your power, seek the lesson, and the source of all. Again, we have the eye in the center of this like Celtic circle. So we're really going within and protecting that cocoon space so that we're able to glean the lesson from whatever has transpired here. And again, the wolf is green, so that reminds me of the heart space. The eye here is green, green, gold, and blue. So we're listening for the truth. This almost looks like one of those eye masks that you wear when you go to sleep. So we're listening within, listening to our hearts to glean the lesson from whatever has happened that brought us to this point of isolation, and also to intuit what we are cultivating within ourselves and what direction we want to go in. And that will lead us to that kind of soul tribe energy, to the people, places, and relationships that are truly really good for you. Okay, so I'm gonna pull. I'm feeling. Okay, is there anything else this collective needs to know about this time of liminal space? So I'm feeling this. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Yeah, and then we have this pyramid with the door in it. So it's almost like you're going into the pyramid, and there's kind of really faintly here images, like Egyptian images, like Egyptian sculptures or hieroglyphs. Um, so during this liminal space time, we're really able to dive deep and to ground down. So getting really comfortable in our physical bodies, being really grounded, eating a lot of good food, taking care of our physical reality very well so that everything is stable. Those roots are nice and deep so that you could reach up and the word I'm hearing is retrieve. So you can reach up and retrieve your soul lineage and surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So, you don't have to literally crawl up into an egg and just wait. This is a moment where you can really learn about yourself and really enjoy yourself. Again, finding hobbies and activities that sustain you while you're allowing your roots to grow out wide and deep so that you could reach up high and be receiving those downloads and letting your DNA become activated. Okay, being drawn to the Medicine Woman Oracle. Purification. Raise your vibrations by caring for your energy. Yes, so this is also, you may want to explore different purification practices and purification rituals. This could be, as complicated as purification magic, which isn't entirely too complicated, but really the best thing you could do for purification is look at your diet, look at your thoughts, look at your emotions, and really sit with anything that is impure. Like if you're having all these negative, like angry thoughts or jealous thoughts or um, you know, different emotions that are coming up, not that they're impure. It's more like we're looking for unnecessary negativity and trying to train our mind, body, and spirit to align with something that's a little bit more open, a little bit more accepting, a little bit more compassionate. And being compassionate does not mean taking on the energy of others. Um, it's really more about not taking things personally and observing without judgment. Oh, this person said this to me. Um, I guess they must be having a really bad day, and leave it at that instead of internalizing things. Again, we have these beautiful roots growing out of her feet and her legs, and all these eyes, or they look like eyes going up her legs and up her arms. So we're in this really beautiful transformation state. Again, she's in this golden circle, and she's reaching down and she's reaching up. So again, as above, so below. We're taking the time to kind of go within and find our grounding cord is what I heard, so that we can receive more downloads and more information. And we have the diamond below and the lotus above, so that shows me, utilizing that strength to go into the depths, utilizing the strength to go into the depths. So to go into your shadow, to go into, whatever is lurking in your underworld that needs to be seen, so that it could be healed, so that you can then reach up and really elevate yourself, elevate your consciousness. And when you elevate your consciousness, that reverberates into your material world, and vice versa. When you elevate your material world, it reflects in your consciousness. So let's see if there's a dragon that wants to come out. Woo! Okay, we have one that flew way over there, so we'll go retrieve them. Might be the espresso. My energy is a little sporadic and explosive. um, okay, so we have the golden solar dragon. Helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. So you have a higher calling. And it just requires you to take a step back and to go within for you to really elevate into a an elevated state. And that might be why whatever this is, this transition with your friendships or your community, if there was something with spontaneous awakening, if this was something that happened that was maybe hurtful, this is actually a gift. This is actually showing you, hey, you need to be on your own for a little while, not as a punishment, but as a gift, so that you're able to cultivate your inner world, to elevate yourself. And then we also had Alpha Dragon come up. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old. Visualize your dream. Help manifest a new world. Lots of masculine energy in this space. So you may be in need of healing and or balancing your masculine energy or the masculine side of your ancestry. This might be talking about maybe meditating on your father's lineage to heal some wounds that are along that lineage to prevent them from, uh, continuing. I'm being shown the diamond and the lotus again. I think I didn't finish that thought. This diamond underground, it takes strength to go into the underworld. It takes strength for us to go into our depths, into our shadows. And when we do that, the pressure of this, the challenge of this creates a multifaceted diamond, makes a whole multifaceted gem. You're going to open to new perspectives. You're going to grow in ways that you maybe didn't realize were possible. And then we have the lotus on the top. So no mud, no lotus. We go down into the depths. We go down into the mud. I'm seeing the green here in the root, into our heart space, into our, I'm hearing blood lineage, to heal and transmute any darkness, any shadows that are, you know, lurking down there, ruminating around down there. The word ruminating is what I heard. And then from digging in that mud and being in that mud space, being in that difficult space, being in that space of, maybe if you're feeling lonely, um, that crystallizes into the diamond, into the gem. Look, I went into the underworld and this beautiful gem is what I found. And I've also cultivated these incredible roots so that this lotus can rise and bloom. So it's just going to take some patience while you're in this liminal space, for all your work to kind of come back to you. Um, Wonderful. Thank you for tuning in. Um, Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Thank you, Spirit, for using me to, um, to send this message to whoever may need it. So we're going to spread these out, actually. So I hope you enjoy this time. I hope you enjoy this time of grounding, this time where, you're really finding yourself and learning to love yourself and learning to, it's not all hard work. Part of the work is accessing that inner child and finding out what brings you joy and what lightens you up and what makes you happy. So really lean into that aspect of what's happening here. Of like, okay, I'm going to go to therapy, or I'm going to do shadow work, or I'm doing this, 30-day deep dive into my subconscious. But I'm also going to go on a bike ride later, and I'm going to paint a painting, and I'm going to go um, to this place or this that I've always wanted to go to and never made the time for. Um, yes, best of luck on your journey. Enjoy your cocoon time. Um, and thank you for joining me. If this resonated for you, please feel free to leave a comment about what you're experiencing right now, or leave a comment about, one of those activities that you're really enjoying while you're in this liminal space. Be sure to like and subscribe so that we can go live and start doing some readings, for the folks joining in real time. So once again, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.